What's good?
Hey, welcome back to LeijaLift. I'm Juan.
I'm Victor.
And this is LeijaLift, the podcast where we podcast before we lift. You can find us on eliteathlete.online/contact if you want to contact us, or just eliteathlete.online makes it easier. You could also find us on Instagram for Juan LeijaLift _
and Victor Leja _
Yeah, and then I think that's about it. Let's get right to it. All-Star game is this weekend.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of stuff going on for it, a lot of activities.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I saw part of the Rising Stars or the World versus USA, should I say. But it looked good. I mean, obviously you saw it's a no defense game, so
yeah,
it's nothing but pure offense, but it's fun to watch and see what some of those guys can do, especially dunking abilities, because that's what everybody likes to do.
And also three-point abilities.
All 3-point abilities.
Check your range,
Luka
boy.
shooting from half court.
Yeah, clutch at the end of the half.
Yeah, Zion with some scary hops and dunks, and yeah, I mean it's fun to watch. And tomorrow we have tonight actually have the 3-point contest and dunk contest.
Yeah, and then the skills.
Oh yeah, skills is the first one.
Skills as well. Yeah, skills. Yeah. So what do you think tomorrow winning? Well, there's no defense really.
There's no defense, but
I think like at the end, towards the end of it, there's always some defense.
There is towards like the last quarter maybe or so, because they get a bonus for winning.
Yeah, and
everybody wants that bonus. So I think it's like 75,000 each.
Bonus?
Yeah, just for winning.
A bonus for 75?
Yeah, something like that. So I mean, it's enough to be like.
They almost make my salary in
just for winning, not even in a night, because they already get paid, and then on top of that, it's a bonus.
All right.
So their bonus basically covers like expensive for like a couple of years for me, but
not bad.
Yeah, I think there's some sort of. I think it's 75 if I'm mistaken. I might be wrong. But yeah, I mean, there's always a little bit of defense at the end. I don't know who I'm taking. I'd like to say Team LeBron.
All right, Team LeBron.
Just because I feel like they have a little bit of everything on there. It's a pretty well-rounded team.
Yeah, they are a pretty well-rounded team. I think the other team has like a little bit too many big men. I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of power forward is what they have, but. Yeah, I feel like Team LeBron.
They're like the Knicks. Isn't that what the Knicks had? A bunch of power forwards?
Yeah, but they also have no talent. So
well, yeah, but it's like a power forward heavy.
Heavy
team. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with Team LeBron, and I'm hoping to pull through. And
all right,
it looks pretty good right now. So
yeah, that's all for the world of sports this time around. Now let's get to your game. So we talked about you doing the Chris Jones
push pull.
Boom, push pull legs.
Yep.
Boom. No, I don't want to flex my arms, but it's like because it's legs.
Push pull and you can't see your legs.
Push pull legs, yeah. I don't want to put my socks up onto the screen. Boom. Have a whole foot on your face. Yeah. So you did that. We talked about it last week, but now going more over the gains that you've actually made. I don't think we covered the actual gains that you've actually made.
No.
We talked about you doing it and it being consistent with it, but not about the actual gains that you've made.
I mean, I feel better. I feel a little more full. I feel leaner, but that's kind of the objective that I was doing at that point in time, and my strength has gone up. So. The power has been the same or maybe a little slightly higher, but the strength has actually gone up and progressed. So I can, before I could deadlift 315, yes, but I can do it now for like 8 to 9 reps comfortably.
Nice. What about before?
Before I could do it, but I've never tried to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So before I had that power, but the strength to do it 8 or 9 times, I had never tried, and I knew I could do like obviously 225 and like 270 or whatever, 265. And so I knew I could do that, but then I said, I'm going to push myself with the program. So I did. And I knew I could do it, 3-4 times to 315, but I can do comfortable of like 5 sets of 8 now. I can comfortably do that.
Did you do it before and after?
What?
Pictures?
I'm sure I have some, but
if there is,
like
then they don't count.
Like I know there is, but I don't have like designated. I didn't specifically take some for the purpose, but
I was gonna post them up on the screen and stuff right
but
now.
I'm gonna do it again. So maybe second time around I will do.
I'll draw a stick figure.
Yeah.
Of Victor before and after.
Yeah. So
put it on the screen.
I feel better. I feel the strength increase.
That's good.
Also with the squat, specifically with the squat, actually.
Yeah. So deadlifts, you went from doing how many with 3 plates to how many?
I could do maybe 3 or 4 because I would just try to progress on the weight. I never cared about the actual strength and how many I was doing. I just wanted to get more weight up. So
you doubled. You doubled the reps.
Yeah. So I pretty much doubled the reps. But
yeah.
I mean, of course, with the intention this time around to double that other rep or to increase the actual strength, not just the power. And it worked. I mean,
all right.
I feel great. I feel stronger, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel really, really good.
All right. And then the squat.
And the squat. So it's the same thing with the squat. I knew I could obviously squat 225 and so forth, but now I can comfortably do like 5x10, 5x12 with 225, and that's not an issue as to where maybe
5x12. Damn, that's a lot of volume.
So now I can comfortably do that, yeah.
All
so I can comfortably do that with 225. And before I know I could squat. I've hit into the 300 range. So I knew I could squat to 25, but for 10 to 12 reps, that might not have been the case.
Oh, okay.
Because the same thing with the deadlift, I would just try to increase the weight. I didn't care about the strength. And now that I have that, I can pretty comfortably do a 5x10.
Okay.
So I mean, it's there, and so I see that speaks for itself to me. I don't know how the program was set up, how much it helped, and so it was really good because one day you would do back squat and the other one, which a lot of people neglect, the second leg day you do a front squat. So you focus on both, posterior, anterior,
Today I did front squat. And I haven't done back squat in so long.
Yeah.
But I have changed my mind on the deadlift.
I
went doing traditional deadlift. A few episodes ago we talked about how I only do trap bar deadlift. Mm-hmm. I decided to go back to traditional deadlift only because I think it will help me more with power clean. When you're getting a pull off the ground. Yeah, so that's really the only reason I went to doing some deadlifting, traditional deadlifting, not sumo, because I'm not trying to lift it sumo is really if you're going to try to lift as much weight as you can off the ground. I don't care about how much weight I can pull off the ground. I'm thinking how much weight can I pull in a position where I can transition it into a power clean. Okay.
So in that case, are you doing double overhand?
Yes.
And is that what you recommend as a
when I get to the heavy, then I do
mixed?
Yeah, I do it mixed.
Okay.
Which can I practice double overhand to make it more realistic for the power clean? Definitely. But I think I'm also limiting myself as to how much weight I can actually pull.
So it's one of those,
but I also
pros
switch
and
it.
Cons.
Well, yes, but I also switch it.
Okay.
Like one set I'll do with the left hand, one set I'll do with the right hand.
Okay.
So I'll still switch it for like 4x3. So I'll do 1, 1, 1, 1. So 2, 2.
And that's the important part that I don't think a lot of people do. I know I'm guilty of it. When I do mixed, I always have my right hand on the grip.
Oh yeah.
And that's just the way I do it. But lately, even though it's a lot weaker to do it in reverse, I'm doing the other way just so I can say that it's a little more even.
I'm not saying it's not tough. It's tougher on one side compared to the other, especially when I'm trying to avoid rotation, because then I'll go into a rotation, which I'm not trying to do either. But I did go. The point is, I went back to the deadlift. I do reverse grip to try to lift as much weight as I can, but I keep more of a traditional stance, or what do you call it, conventional stance, whatever people call it.
Both
shoulder width apart.
Yeah,
stance.
conventional.
Yeah, where you're gonna power up, so to transition into a better power clean.
Okay.
That's the only reason I'm doing it, and then I do front squat as well. I'll front squat. Last day I did front squat, and then that what is it? The hack squat machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, hack squat machine, and then the front squat.
Okay. So
yeah, but for power, really focusing on like reps of 3.
Oh, so you're doing
for all my lifts.
Okay.
3 to 4 for all my lifts.
Okay, so you should, you heard it from the PT. You should practice obviously both mixed grips, and like I said, I know it's difficult because I know I can do 3 plates easily with the right hand under grip, but if you put my left hand under grip, you know, I'd be lucky if I can hit 2.
Yeah.
So that's an entire, 120-pound difference that I know is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah. No, I will say I'm not as strong as I used to be. Like that video that we made where I did 4 plates on the trap bar deadlift for nine reps. I don't think I can do that right now. I can probably do it for like 4 or 5 reps, but I'm also working my way back into that strength.
So the power's not there. I mean, yeah. Well, I guess that would be a strength or power.
Yeah. Well, right now it's more of a power. When I used to be able to do it for strength.
Yeah.
Or my power before, I was probably being able to pull like 460, 465 for like reps of 3 or something.
Okay.
On the trap bar. Right now, I don't think I can do that. I think I'll do that with 4 plates.
Yeah, I haven't tried trap bar since, I don't know, it's probably been closer to the year mark, or no, like probably like 6 to 8 month mark. But
I miss my trap bar.
Yeah,
I just don't have it in my gym.
Yeah, we don't have, so I haven't been using it. But
it's
okay.
I'm gonna buy you one day. I'm gonna buy that trap bar, and I'm gonna trap bar deadlift every day.
You'd be that person walking in with a trap bar on your shoulder?
Yeah. I was that person walking in with my belt the other day. I know they have belts at the gym, but I decided to bring my own belt.
It's not quite the same.
It's not. But yeah, I'm gonna walk in with my trap bar and then walk it back out to my truck. And then put it back in the back. And then put my name on the trap bar so no one takes it. I'm gonna label my trap bar.
Label it on the plate?
Yeah. Call it Nanalguana. Isn't that what people call their trucks when they drop them?
I don't know. Is that the thing?
Yeah, when they have like the little excess like thing covering
them. I didn't know that was the thing. Well,
yeah.
I learned something today live.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Anything else? So yeah, working more for strength. Oh, and then we're going into the thoracic mobility. So going into thoracic mobility, Victor was asking me about his shoulder and his shoulder health, and how he could work towards being mobile. So he was talking about trying yoga, which yoga is not a bad idea, but yoga is also, I feel, focused as a workout in itself. So I think you still need to do mobility and stability workouts for a yoga workout, because yoga, I feel, is still a workout in itself. It's to improve your flexibility and mobility. Yeah. I'm not exactly too sure like all in depth what yoga, but from what it looks like. But I would still strongly suggest doing mobility and stability exercises for yoga itself, because it is still a workout in itself. We're not preparing yourself for another workout during yoga. You are doing yoga as a workout. So it would be one of them, a lot of stiffness in there. How to do it like in a passive way, meaning you're not really doing much, and then in an active way, meaning you're working towards it, like working in a movement fashion to work into that out of that kyphotic posture or position, and then working on rotation as well. Rotation is another important one. So exercises where you do like any ball slams across your body, or any wood choppers, or any like abdominal like rotational. I've seen people do those stuff like that it might be helpful to warm up for. Okay, which is part of the stuff that I actually integrated. Going back to my shoulder injury that I'm rehabbing, I integrated a lot of the thoracic mobility early on for my exercises, since I couldn't do much with the shoulder, but I could work around the shoulder, stuff that was going to put me in a position to succeed in the future. So that's part of the stuff that I worked on as well for my shoulder. So starting off with the foam roller, everyone loves the foam roller. So here we are using it in a more appropriate manner for the mid-back. We're not rolling out any muscles here. We're not rolling out any trigger points. We're working on the mobility of the thoracic spine or the mid-back. This is going to become important with overhead activities like pressing motions, shoulder press, cleans, or sports such as baseball players, football, quarterbacks in specific, volleyball players, overhead activities in general. It's going to be important. This is for mid-back rotation. This is important when you are doing like ball slams or doing like wood choppers. Here I readjust, lock out the low back and focus on the mid-back. And then I come out as far as I can while my other hand is stabilizing on the ground, and I'm turning as far as I can with my mid back, not my neck. Very important. This one is another one that would work almost like the foam roller, except now we're in preparation for actual movements, getting closer to the actual activity. Boom, 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 boom. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, you can find us on eliteathlete.online. Boom, boom, boom. You can find us on Juan LeijaLift _
And Victor Leja _.
Eso por hoy, terminamos hoy. Dale.